baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, helps the channel grow. So this is a created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. The name of the franchise is the Bronx Knights. It's my intention to play 162 games plus. No skipped innings, no simulated games. Every game up to 162 and beyond is on YouTube in its entirety. This is game number 140. We are in early September. As you can see from the screen, the Bronx Knights have been wedged into the American League West Division. They're in first place. Their record is 90-49. They have a 12-game lead over the Seattle Mariners in the division. And let's jump into the next game on the schedule. So, as you can see, it's a 4-game set at Oakland Coliseum, right? And Oakland has won 2 out of 3, and this is either 3 out of 4 for Oakland, or they split the 4-game series determined by this Thursday afternoon matchup. View organization's games, play game, okay, play full game. We are the away team at Oakland Coliseum, as I said before. Okay, Eli Ramos, the ace, is on the mound, but looks like we need a couple of energy replacements. Let's see, Benny is going to sit down for Hunter Renfroe. Just chip and fixing the lineup nice and quick. Pardon me. I will fix this right quick, and we will be on the field to play some baseball. Okay, looks about right. Let's rock and roll. So as you can see, in September in this created franchise, Chris Ramos and Michael O'Rourke of the Bronx Knights are in the top 3 in batting average in the league. And these are the starting lineups. The Knights are in first place with a 90-49 record. The Athletics are at 500. Let's play some baseball. Welcome. One, welcome all. Here in Oakland, California, as the Bronx Knights visit the Oakland Athletics. On the mound for the A's, Shane Bieber making his 30th start of the season. He's 11-8 with a 4.08 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is Mighty Max Lukelich. Let's go A's, says the Outlander Show. Hitting .313, 4 homers, 38 RBIs. Max was the starting center fielder for the Bronx Knights in the All-Star game for the American League. Slicing towards the left field, it will be caught. Nice running catch on the first pitch of the ball game by Adam Dunn. And there's quickly one away. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukelich leads off. Chris Ramos is batting second, playing second base. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matt Saps is your DH. Matt Termini's at third. Anthony Millo is the catcher. Hunter Renfroe is in right. And batting ninth and playing first base is Gio Urshela. So, Chris Ramos, the switch-hitting second baseman, steps in, hitting .356 to lead the American League. Pitches low, ball 1. Athletics are 70-70, good for 500, 4th place in the AL West. That is Adam Dunn in left field. So count as 1 ball and no strikes on Ramos. Outside corner, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramos also has 53 home runs to lead the American League. 1 shy of his career high that he hit in his rookie season 5 years ago, 54. Fouls off the fastball, count as quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a deep drive to center, but back goes the center fielder looking up. That's Gonzo. That is the 54th home run of the season for Chris Ramos, tying his previous career high and leading the American League. A solo shot here. So very quickly, the Bronx Knights have an early 1-0 lead. So that's home run number 54 and RBI number 144 for the second baseman. See the replay. Straightaway center. Golfed it. Boom. Projected 414 to dead center. So next up is Michael O'Rourke, the left fielder, hitting .345, 34 homers, 105 runs batted in, low ball 1. Carries a 15-game hitting streak into this contest. Line drive caught by the shortstop, Cal Ripken, and there's 2 away. Can hit it hard, but you can't steer the ball. So with 2 away, up steps the shortstop, Jacob Salazar. 319, 16 homers, 89 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Beaver. Outside ball 1. Checks the swing, pitches outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 count, missed the outside corner, so will he have the green light with 2 outs on 3 and 0 count? Let's see. In there, strike 1, count is 3 balls and 1 strike. In case you're wondering, I am playing the game. I'm calling the game and playing the game. When I say things like, will he swing 3 and 0, I'm playing the play-by-play announcer who supposedly does not know. Obviously, I know. Pitch is low, and a 2-out walk continues the inning here for Shane Bieber. The difficulty setting for the game is set to All-Star for hitting and pitching. And for those of you that are curious, just for accountability's sake, gameplay, hitting difficulty is All-Star, and pitching difficulty All-Star. I don't have to do it, but what the hell. Matt Saps, the DH today, batting at even 300, steps to the plate with a runner at first, and pulls it hard, but foul down the left field line, strike 1. He's 8 for his last 17. That's a 471 clip. So he's been hot in his last handful of games. Count is 0-1 on Saps. Quick throw to first. Salazar is back. So Saps is a natural second baseman, but obviously that position is taken up by Chris Ramos. So he bounces around the infield. He's not playing DH. Chases a slider outside. Count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes on Saps. Salazar leads off first. He does have stealing speed. Let's see if he takes off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat to the left fielder, Dunn, who makes the catch to retire the side. So after half an inning, the Bronx Knights have a 1-0 lead on this. A solo shot, number 54 to lead the American League. And after half an inning of baseball, it's the Knights 1, Athletics coming to bat. On the mound for the Bronx Knights is Eli Ramos, making his 29th start. He's 19-4, 3.62 ERA. He's the number 1 candidate for the Cy Young Award, leads the league with 19 wins. And for the Oakland A's, Mr. Jackie Robinson leads off, 285, 12 homers, 60 runs batted in. First pitch of the game from Eli. In there, strike 1. Knights at 90-49, good for first place in the American League West. That's Jacob Salazar standing at short, and Max Lukulich in center field. A little late on the fastball, slicing foul. Count is quickly 0 balls and 2 strikes. Jackie Robinson, number 42, the first African-American Major League Baseball player. I think it was 1949 when he broke into the league. That's a line drive. In comes, oh, it's past him, and will go all the way to the wall. Racing over is Lukulich. He'll hit second and turn and go to third. He's going to go all the way. That's an inside-the-park home run. He couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and this ball game is tied on Jackie Robinson's inside-the-park home run to lead off the game in the bottom of the first for the Bronx Knights. Let's watch this play. Look at him motor around the bases. So next up is Burt Wells, 323, 6 homers, 48 runs batted in. Still nobody out. In there, strike 1. Misses. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I guess we'll have to talk about the 800-pound elephant in the room. The fact that if Lo Cicero was in right field, perhaps that ball would have been caught on a fly. Swing and a miss, count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Instead, Hunter Renfroe was out there playing, and he let the ball get past him. And for some reason, Max Lukulich, the center fielder, couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So, in any event, it's still tied 1 game apiece, 1 run apiece here in the first inning. Ball is hit to left for the first out. Michael O'Rourke makes the catch. Starting lineup for the Oakland A's: Jackie Robinson at second, Burt Wells at third, Mickey Mantle at center. Adam Dunn is in left, Willie Stargell's at first, Cal Ripken Jr. shortstop. Ernie Banks is your DH, Max Kepler is in right, and Caleb Hamilton is batting ninth and playing catcher. So Mickey Mantle, rate number 7, 282, 31 homers, 94 runs batted in, steps up with 1 away. Inside corner, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the split-fingered fastball, fouls it off, count is 0-2 on the Mick. Batting from the left side, switch hitter, center fielder, against the righty Eli Ramos. Slices it, backhanded by Termini, long throw, in time, 2 away. Nice play by Matt Termini at third base.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Adam.
So next up with 2 aways, Adam Dunn, 226, but he has 34 homers and 89 runs batted in. Up there with the bases empty and 2 away. In there, strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. So they're playing the shift, 3 infielders on the right side against Dunn. Only Termini is on the left. They expect him to pull, and he does. Urshela takes it himself, steps on the bag, and the side is retired. But an inside-the-park home run by the great Jackie Robinson ties the ball game at 1 at the end of the first inning. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Matt Termini, the third baseman, 320, 10 homers, 72 runs batted in. To lead off against Shane Bieber. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 1. Skies at the center, easy play for the center fielder Mantle. Makes the catch for the first out. Defensive alignment for the Oakland A's in left field. Across is Adam Dunn, Mickey Mantle, Max Kepler. And in the infield from left to right is Burt Wells, Cal Ripken Jr., Jackie Robinson, Willie Stargell, with Caleb Hamilton behind the plate. So next up is Anthony Millo, the catcher, batting 7th today. 244, 9 homers, 52 RBI. Swings at the first pitch and skies it to right. Easy play for Kepler, 2 away.
Batting 8, the right fielder.
So batting 8th is Hunter Renfroe, playing right field today. Part-time player, hitting 267. He does have 3 homers on the season. Pitches outside, ball 1. Yanks it foul in the foul territory, first base, third base side. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks his swing, pitches high, 2-1. Checks his swing yet again. According to the first base umpire, he did not break the plane of the plate. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitter's count on Renfroe. That's a deep drive, but playable for Adam Dunn in left. He makes the catch for out number 3. So after an inning and a half of baseball, this ball game is tied at 1. So we go to the bottom of the second. Up steps the first baseman, Willie Stargell, hitting 298 on the season. And he pops it up, short left field. Out goes Salazar, makes the running catch for 1 pitch, 1 away. Defensive lineman for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is Mike O'Rourke, Max Lukelich, and Hunter Renfro playing today for Benny Lo Cicero. Matt Termini, Jacob Salazar, Chris Ramos, Gio Urshela playing for Mattingly, and Anthony Millo is behind home plate. So next up is Cal Ripken Jr., the shortstop, 325, 28 homers, 98 runs batted in. Takes outside corner, strike one. Chases a slider outside. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Cal. Pops it upstairs behind home plate. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. And that's a deep drive to center. Back goes Lukelich looking up. It's 2-1 Oakland. Here in the bottom of the second, that's Cal Ripken Jr.'s 29th homer of the season. And they have a 1-run advantage. Let's watch the replay. Straightaway center. So with 1 away here in the bottom of the second, up steps Ernie Banks. Ernie hasn't played much this season. His overall is hitting .231, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. First pitch from Eli. Low and outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes. That's out.
Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Misses. 3 balls, no strikes on Ernie Banks. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he does not. Hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here. 2-1 Oakland lead here in the bottom of the second. Pulls it down the third base line. Count goes full, 3-2. Grounds it to the left side, scooped up by the third baseman Termini, throws in time, 2 away. Next up is Max Kepler, the right fielder, hitting .293, 21 homers, 66 runs batted in. Line drive, hit against the shift, and he'll get a single with 2 outs. So 3 infielders were on the right side expecting him to pull. And only Termini was over there on the left side. And he was smart enough to hit it the other way. So next up is Caleb Hamilton, the catcher, 220, 3 homers, 16 runs batted in. Runner at first and 2 away. At the knees, strike 1. And that's a line drive up the middle, a base hit. And there'll be runners at first and second with 2 away. They are threatening. Here's the replay.
The second baseman, Jackie.
So the leadoff man, Jackie Robinson, steps in for his second plate appearance. He had an inside the park home run in his first at bat. Grounds it to the shortstop. Over to second for the force, and the side is retired. So they strand 2, but not before Cal Ripken Jr. hits a solo shot. At the end of 2, it's the Athletics 2, the Knights 1. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Gio Urshela, the number 9 hitter, playing first base in place of the starter Don Mattingly. He's hitting .299 in limited at-bats. 5 RBIs on the season. Swings and fouls off a high fastball, strike 1. Out in front of the slider, quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes on Urshela. just gets a piece of it to stay alive. One ball and 2 strikes. Out in front of the slider, and there's one away here in the top of the third. That's Bieber's first strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting, number 39.
So the leadoff man for the Knights gets his second plate appearance. That's Max Lukelich, switch hitter batting from the left side. He flew out in the first. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Hitting .312 on the season. And it's a lazy pop-up to the shortstop. Cal Ripken makes the catch for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third.
Now batting.
Next up is Chris Ramos. He had a solo home run to account for the only run on the scoreboard for the Knights. Number 54 on the season. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, strike 1. So he won the AL home run championship. He hit 54 home runs in his rookie season. And now he's tied that total 5 years later. Popped it up the elevator shaft. Right in front of the home plate is Caleb Hamilton. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Shane Bieber. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Oakland A's 2, the Bronx Knights 1. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Burt Wells, 5 for 15 in this 4-game series. Got a baseball question for you. By all means, shoot, Mr. Outlander. Shoot. First pitch to Wells. Low, ball 1. If for whatever reason you can't get it across here on the PlayStation Network, you can always ask me on Twitter as well. Line drive caught by Gio Urshela for the first out. Not so sure what league, but why do they make you bat as the pitcher in one league and then the other use? Because it's just originally there was no such thing as a designated hitter, the guy that hits for the pitcher. And then in the 1970s, early 1970s, the American League was having difficulty attracting fans. It was all about money and selling tickets and radio rights, and they were falling behind the National League because the National League and the American League were controlled by different commissioners, and they had different revenue streams back in the early 1960s and 70s. So as a way to try to get people excited about watching the American League, they decided it's boring to let the pitcher hit. Let's get something called a designated hitter and have a hitter off the bench to hit for the pitcher, because that'll mean more runs, it'll be more exciting. So that started in 1973. And ever since then, the National League has been like, no, we're not doing it. We believe in real traditional baseball where the pitcher hits for himself. So ever since the 70s, it's been the American League has a designated hitter and the American League does not. Oh, wait. The American League has a designated hitter and the National League does not. Yes, there we go. So back to baseball. Sorry for the TV timeout, ladies and gents. So it is Mickey Mantle stepping in with 1 out, batting from the left side against Eli Ramos. Swing and a miss, strike 1 at the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Ground ball, base hit, up the box, past the diving Salazar at short, and into center field. It's a 1-out single for Mickey Mantle. Ground ball with eyes. So next up is the power hitter, Adam Dunn. 0 for 1, he grounded out in the first. Fouls off the fastball, 99 on the radar gun, strike 1. Thanks, man. No, absolutely. I just hope I explained it properly. Basically, it just came down to, one league trying to make money and trying something different. Pulls the slider foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Adam Dunn has 623 homers in this fictional universe. My goodness. A lot of home runs. Inside off the plate, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pulls it foul into the seats, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lazy fly ball to short, right center field. In comes Luklich. He cannot make the catch. Strong throw to second is not in time. So it's a single, a bloop base hit for Adam Dunn. And it's just like that, they have 2 runners on and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, they already have a 2-1 lead and they're threatening. I'm on my last 6 games to the playoffs. Well, good luck. I wish you well in those playoffs in the World Series. So Willie Stargell, the first baseman, popped out in the second inning. He's up there with 2 on and 1 away. At the knees, outside corner, strike 1. Line drive, base hit to left. And they will go station to station. It will be bases loaded and 1 out here in the third. Oakland is making it difficult on Eli. He's got 19 wins and they're saying, no, you're not going to get 20 against us. So before, we're going to go to the manager and a mound visit to talk out the strategy. We're going to try to get a double play against Cal Ripken Jr. or strike him out or pop him up. Let's see what happens. Just misses low, ball 1. Nowhere to put him. Bases are loaded. Checks the swing, but the slider's in there. Strike 1. Did you hear that? No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything. Let's see. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside corner, strike 2. Swing and a miss. Grand slam. Oh, not yet. Be patient. Be patient. Trying to predict something. Swing and a miss, and there's 2 away. Struck him out. That's Eli's first strikeout of the ballgame, and Cal Ripken is denied. Chased a breaking ball on the outside part of the plate. Must have thought it was a fastball. So the dangerous Ernie Banks is up, grounded out in the second. So he's still in hot water. In there, strike 1. Fouls it off. Count is 0-2 on Banks. 1 strike from getting out of this mess. Can he do it? Foul back behind home plate. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Bottom of the third. 2-1 lead for the Oakland A's. And he chases the pitch. Perhaps a ball, but didn't want to be, wants to be on the safe side. Fouls it off to stay alive. Ground ball up the middle, shovels it to second base for the force, and they strand the bases loaded. However, at the end of 3 innings of play here in Oakland Coliseum, Oakland still leads 2-1. So we'll go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Michael O'Rourke. He lined out in the first inning. Lined out in his first at-bat. There we go. Pitches high, ball 1. Michael is 3rd on the team with 105 RBIs. Outside corner called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1. Pitches low. Yanks it, but foul up the first baseline. Count evens at 2-2. Full count, 3-2. Jacob is on deck. That's a lazy fly ball to center, but playable. And Mantle makes the catch for 1 away. Next up is Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. No official at bat because he walked in the first inning. Averages at .319. Low ball 1. And he's late on the fastball. Skies it to left. Dunn is there. 2 away. So Shane Bieber's making quick work of the Knights lineup. Next up is Matthew Saps. He flew out in the first. He is 6 for 14 in this series. So he's had a hot bat. Up there with 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So, August Rookie of the Month was Matthew Saps. Nice honor. Late on the fastball, count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Matthew. Swing and a miss, count as 1 and 2. And that's a deep drive towards the left center field gap, but the center fielder makes the catch to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Shane Bieber. After 3.5 innings of play, it's the Oakland A's 2, the Bronx Knights 1. So, as we go to the bottom of the 4th, if I'm not mistaken, we'll go to Heidi Watney, our sideline reporter in the dugout. We're sorry, Heidi, there seems to be something wrong with your microphone. We're going to send a technician down there. Maybe they need to change the battery. In the meantime, while we wait, we will go back to the mound and the home plate as Max Kepler, who singled in the 2nd, steps up for his 2nd plate appearance here in the bottom of the 4th. Grounded into the shift from short right field, Ramos throws to first in time, 1 away. So in the pitch speed comparison brought to you by Topps Playing Cards, Eli Ramos has a distinct advantage, 99-95. However, in the contest that actually matters, Shane Bieber leads 2-1. So with 1 away, catcher Caleb Hamilton steps up. He has a single in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 1. Strike 1. Swing and a miss over the top of the split finger fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Hamilton. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Hamilton. That's 2nd strikeout of the ball game for Eli Ramos.
Now back, second baseman.
So with 2 outs, up steps Jackie Robinson, 1 for 2 with the inside the park home run in the 1st. Misses outside, ball 1. Ground ball, backhanded by Termini, long throw, in time, the side retired. So, the end of 4, it's a 1-run lead for the Oakland A's. They lead 2-1. So we'll go to the top of the 5th. Up steps the 3rd baseman, Matt Termini. He's 0 for 1. Bieber has pitched well in this game so far. As you can see, Termini was completely fooled by the breaking ball. Swung and miss. Count is 0-1. Grounds it up the 3rd baseline. Foul. Count is 0-2. Checks his swing, or did he? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. Count is 1-2 on Termini. Two balls and 2 strikes. Outside, count goes full, 3-2. Tony Millo is on deck. Yanks it towards the backhanded by Cal Ripken. Long throw, in time, 1 away. Nice play by the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man. Obviously, the Iron Man is Lou Gehrig, but, you know. Anyway, with 1 away, Anthony Millo, the catcher, who flew out in the 2nd, steps up to the plate. Bieber sets and delivers. Inside and low, ball 1. So 52 RBIs is not 2nd on the Knights, but yanks it down the left field line, and it will roll all the way to the corner. He makes the turn at 2nd and heads for it. Makes the turn at 1st, heads 2nd. The throw is offline. It's a 1-out double for Anthony Millo, double number 20 on the season, and they have the tying run in scoring position here in the 5th. Next up is Hunter Renfroe, who's 0 for 1. Outside with the knuckle curve, ball one. Renfroe is playing in right field today, giving a day off to Benny Lo Cicero. And he slices it late on the fastball, out of play. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Milo leads off second, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 2 balls and 1 strike. Inside, a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. So let's see what happens. Ground ball to the third baseman, looks him back to second, throws to first, and there's 2 away. So he does not get the runner moved to third. So the number 9 hitter, Gio Urshela, steps up, struck out in the third. He's 0 for 1. He'll need a single to get that runner home from second, at the very least. That is the tying run. Grounds it foul up the first base line, strike 1. Gio started the season a little hot, but has cooled off in the second half. Grounds it up the first base line, fair ball, snagged by Stargell, steps on the bag, and they strand the runner at second. So, after 3.5, if I'm not mistaken, perhaps it's 4.5 innings of play, Oakland still leads 2-1. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Burt Wells has lined out, he's flew out, he's 0 for 2. Ramos has not been particularly sharp today, outside corner, strike 1. But even in a game where he hasn't been sharp, he's only given up 2 runs in 5 innings. So he just needs to hold on and wait for his offense to wake up. Slow roller to the second baseman. He charges, tosses over in time, 1 away. Nice play by Ramos at second.
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey.
Next up is Mickey Mantle, singled in the third. He's 1 for 2. Just misses inside. Ball 1. And it's a shallow fly ball to center. Long run for Lukalic, but he gets there. And there's 2 away. 2 quick outs for Eli.
The left fielder, number 44.
Adam Dunn singled in the third. It was a bloop base hit. He's 1 for 2. 2 for 9 in the series. He's up there with 2 away. Pitches low, ball 1. Breaking ball in there at the knees. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Dunn. Fouls off the slider. Count is 1 and 2. Misses with the split finger fastball. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back behind the plate upstairs. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Bases empty. 2-1 lead for Oakland. Strike 3 called inside corner. Dunn does not believe it. But regardless, it is the end of 5. It's an official ball game here at Oakland as the A's lead 2-1. So top of the 6th. Up steps Max Lukalic. He's 0 for 2.
The center fielder,
Hitting from the left side against the righty Beaver. Knuckle curve misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Max was a all-star for the Knights. Rolls it foul up the first base line. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So Max was an all-star. Don Mattingly was an all-star. Slow roller to the second baseman. Jackie Fields fires, got him. 1 away. Chris Ramos was an all-star. I'm not sure if I'm missing anybody. Speaking of Chris Ramos, he had a solo homer in the first. However, he's only 2 for 13 in the series. He's up there with 1 out in the 6th. Pitches at the knees, called a ball. Ball one by the home plate umpire. Line drive. No, check that. Is a quick hopper to Stargell at first. Grabs it himself, takes it to the bag. There's 2 away. Next up is Michael O'Rourke. 0 for 2. 2 outs. And that's a deep drive, but it curves foul out of play. A long strike, number 1. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Inside off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's Don Mattingly, the manager of the Bronx Knights, in the dugout. Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. Count evens at 2-2. Backs him off the plate. Full count, 3-2 with 2 outs. Here comes the payoff pitch. Late on the fastball, and we'll do it again. And he walks him. So with 2 outs, the inning will continue as O'Rourke takes first base on a free pass. So in this 4-game set, the A's are leading 2-1. They're trying to get the best 3 out of 4 by winning this getaway game. And obviously the Bronx Knights are trying to split it 2 games apiece. Jacob Salazar walked in the first, but he's 0 for 1. O'Rourke leads off first. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Jacob. That's a line drive to center, but right there is Mantle to retire the side. So, after 5.5, it's still a 2-1 lead for the Oakland A's. So bottom of the 6th, Willie Stargell is 1 for 2. Steps up against Eli. Eli's 19-4. He right now is on the losing end of a 2-1 lead. 2-1 deficit, I should say. Ground ball to the second baseman. Routine play for Ramos. 1 away. Next up is Cal Ripken. Cal, in the 2nd inning, hit a home run. Here it is. Deep drive to center. Then in his next at-bat, struck out with the bases loaded and 1 away. So he's up there now for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Cal is at 99 runs batted in on the season, looking for that magical number 100. And he swings over the top of the split finger. Count is 0-2. Yanks it, foul. Count remains 0-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout for 2nd out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Eli Ramos. So with 2 away, Ernie Banks steps up, is grounded out twice. He's 0 for 2. In there, strike 1. Line drive to the second baseman, Ramos, to retire the side. It's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Eli. At the end of 6, it's Oakland leading 2-1. So we will go to the top of the 7th. Matt Saps is 0 for 2. He has 29 homers and 92 runs batted in on the season. That's a deep drive towards the right center field gap. Long run for Mickey Mantle. He will not make the catch. Diving attempt. It bounces. He's going to make the turn at third, turn at second, head to third. It is going to be a leadoff triple for Matt Saps. In this 2-1 game, that's Saps' second triple of the season. It just kept drifting and drifting into that right center field gap. Diving attempt by Mantle, couldn't come up with it. Then Mantle got in the way of Kepler. And the manager's quick hook going to the bullpen. Asks for the right-hander. So no more for Shane Bieber. In comes Trevor May, 75th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 3-2 with a 4.63 earned run average. So runner is, the tying run is at third with nobody out. Matt Termini's 0 for 2. And that's a deep drive. Back goes Dunn at the track, over his shoulder, makes the catch. He tags. It will be an RBI sacrifice fly for Matt Termini, and the ball game is tied at 2 here in the top of the 7th. So Termini got the job done. RBI number 73 on the season. So with 1 away here in the 7th, Anthony Millo is 1 for 2 with a double. He steps up against Trevor May. And that's a line drive over the head of the shortstop, and will roll all the way to the wall. He makes the turn at first and hits the second. It's the second double of the game for Anthony Millo. And with 1 out, they have a runner in scoring position. Here's the replay. Line drive over Cal Ripken Jr. And it just rolled all the way to the Ricky Henderson field sign. Now, runner in scoring position with 1 out for the Knights. Next up, Hunter Renfroe. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. He's 0 for 2. Millo leads off second.
Oh,
2 balls and no strikes. Matt Bowman and Aaron Bummer, lefty and a righty, warming up in the A's bullpen. Fouls back the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Hunter. And it's a lazy fly ball to left. He makes the catch to right nonetheless. Check that. It's obviously to right center field. He makes the catch for the second out. Mickey Mantle does. Pardon me. So with 2 outs, there's still a runner in scoring position at second. And up steps Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 2. Lefty, righty versus righty. Ground ball, slow roller to the second baseman. Robinson throws to first, and the side is retired. But they score a run. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's a 2-2 lead. 2-2 ball game. Knotted at 2. So, bottom of the 7th. Max Kepler's 1 for 2. He steps up. Ramos is still out there. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Ground ball to the only man on the left side of the infield. Termini from the shortstop position. Throws to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher,
Caleb Hamilton, 1 for 2 with a single, steps up. Swing and a miss, 98 on the radar gun, strike 1. Outside corner with the breaking ball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Line drive the other way down the right field line. It is in there for a base hit. Big turn at first, but he will hold there with a 1-out single. Nice piece of hitting. Just took that low pitch on the outside part of the plate and served it in the right field down the line. So leadoff man Jackie Robinson, 1 for 3. That one was a big one. It was a inside the park home run in the first. Low ball 1. Slider in there, strike 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. High strike. Count is 1-2. Ground ball, foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, 2-2 ball game. Runner leads off first. Swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's out. 2 outs. Strikeout number 5 for Ramos.
Now batting, the third baseman, Burt Wells.
So Burt Wells, the third baseman, steps up. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Inside but on the plate, strike 1. Burt is 5 for 17 in this series. 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss. In front of the plate, strong throw to second is in time. And the side is retired. Tried to take that extra bag on the ball in the dirt, but gunned by Tony Millo behind the plate at the end of 7. It's a game tied at 2. So we'll go to the top of the 8th. Aaron Bummer will pitch for the A's. 3-1 with a 5.84 earned run average. And leading off is Max Lukulich, switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the lefty Bummer. It's 0 for 3 so far today. And that's a line drive, base hit to left. And he's 1 for 4. The leadoff man is on here in the top of the 8th. And Lukulich has a lot of speed. He's got 33 stolen bases on the season. That's 7-game hitting streak for Max. So next up is Chris Ramos. Chris homered today for number 54, which leads the American League. Switch hitter as well, batting from the right side. 1 for 3. That's a hard line drive to left. It is a back-to-back singles here in the top of the 8th. So 2 on and nobody out for the Knights.
Now batting.
Here's a replay. He's 2 for 4. So next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. Michael, 0 for 2. He did walk in the 6th. He has 34 homers and 105 RBIs. Runners at first and second. And he yanks it, but it hangs up there. Line drive. Max takes second, goes to third. So at least it was a productive out. The speed at second base, he easily was able to tag up and go to third. So it's runners at first and third with 1 away. So Jacob Salazar hits from the right side against Bummer. Runner at third and less than 2 outs. And that is a deep fly ball, which will be in the right field corner. And it is in there. 1 run will score. And it is a RBI double for Jacob Salazar. And the Bronx Knights now lead 3-2 on Salazar's 31st double of the season. He just went with the pitch. At first he thought it was going to be a sacrifice fly, but it just kept on sailing. Next up is Matthew Saps. 2 runners in scoring position, and the manager of the Oakland A's wants an intentional walk. So he will load the bases, a force at any base, with only 1 out, playing for the double play. And next up is
now batting, number 79.
Yohan Lopez, who's 4-0 with a 3.64 earned run average, will come in to pitch to Matt Termini with the bases loaded and 1 away. He has a sacrifice fly today. He's 0 for 2 today, but he is 5 for 16 in the series. Right-hander versus right-handed batter. Pitch is high, ball 1. Termini's hitting .346 with runners in scoring position. So I'm not so sure how good a decision, managerial decision this was. We shall see, said the blind man. Ground ball up the third baseline, foul ball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yohan sets from the setup position and deals. Just gets a piece of the slider. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Termini. Runners lead off. Here comes the pitch. He gets him outside corner and there's 2 away. Froze him with the pitch on the outside corner and he does not get the run home. So Anthony Miller is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. In order to get some insurance, he's going to have to get a hit, score some runs. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Low, ball one. Fouls off the fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Miller. And it's a lazy fly ball to right. Kepler makes the catch and they leave the bases loaded. However, they do get a run on Jacob Salazar's RBI double. And heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Knights lead 3-2. So leading off here in the bottom of the 8th is Burt Wells. He's 0 for 3. Ramos is still out there. At the knees, but called low, ball 1. One hopper, 2 hopper to the second baseman. Ramos throws to first, and there is 1 away. Pitcher comparison, starters. They both pitched very well. Ramos is still out there. Ramos is in line if he can hold the lead for his 20th victory of the season, which would be a career high for Eli Ramos. But we still have a lot of game left. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. 1 for 3 with a single. In there, strike 1. Misses inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pop up, left side. There is Salazar on the outfield grass, 2 away. So with 2 away, Adam Dunn steps to the plate. He had a single in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3. Line drive, splits the outfielders and will go to the wall. Renfroe fields it, throws to the cutoff man, but it is a 2-out double for Adam Dunn. Here in the 23rd double of the season for Adam Dunn, and they have the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 outs in the 8th. Never hesitated, rounding first. So, pinch runner for Adam Dunn is Michael Taylor. Get a little more speed in case of a single. Next up is Willie Stargers, 1 for 3 with a single. And lazy fly ball to left, playable. He makes the catch to retire the side. So we will go to the top of the 9th. It's a 3-2 lead for the Bronx Knights here in this 4-game set.
Your attention, please.
Taking over in the outfield and left is Michael Taylor for Adam Dunn. And on the mound is Matt Bowman. He's 4 and 5 with a 5.89 earned run average. So stepping up is Hunter Renfroe. Batting he's 0 for 3 today. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. Manager, bullpen. John Smoltz. You know what? I'm going to warm up John Smoltz. I don't want him to come in, but I'm going to warm him up. Pitches outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. My bullpen is exhausted after these 2 back-to-back 2 balls and 1 strike, back-to-back extra inning games. The last 2 games were 16 innings and 10 innings. High, 3 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count. Here to start off the 9th. So he walks the leadoff man. Bowman, the first man he sees.
Now batting, the first baseman, Gio Urshela.
So Gio Urshela steps up to the plate. He is, and we're going to have a pinch hitter for Gio. Substitution. Gio Urshela. We're going to have Don Mattingly come in. Lefty hit against the righty Bowman. Don Mattingly is the starter at first base. He's hitting .334, 22 homers, 94 runs that year. Yanks it foul, strike 1. Runner leads off first is Renfroe. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
1-1.
Again, pulls it foul up the first baseline. Count is 1-2 on Mattingly. Pinch hitting for Urshela.
That's ball 2.
Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Checks the swing, pitches low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count, nobody out. Runner leads off first. And that's a deep drive, but it will curve into the seats, a foul ball. So we'll do it again. Full count, 3-2. And he's late on the fastball. Skies it to short left field. Cal is there, makes the catch, 1 away. So Max is out. Max Lukulich is 1 for 4 with a single in his last at-bat. Off the plate inside, ball 1. Skies it to left. Long run for Michael Thomas. Makes the catch to Michael Taylor, pardon me. So after getting the leadoff man on, they get so Taylor Rogers, the closer, comes in. 1-4. This is not a save situation. He does have 23 saves in 25 appearances, but his ERA is 2.11. They want to put the foot down here in the top of the 9th. Chris Ramos is 2 for 4 with a homer and a single today, batting from the right side. And he pops it up. First base side, Stargell in foul territory, makes the catch. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last licks for the Oakland A's. They need 1 run to tie. It's a 3-2 lead for the Bronx Knights.
Your attention, please.
Mattingly takes over at first base for Gio Urshela.
Number 23.
And up steps
Mattingly.
Cal Ripken Jr. He has a solo home run in the 2nd. He's 1 for 3. And Eli Ramos is out there going for the complete game win. Outside corner, strike 1. Now tries to check his swing on the breaking ball off the plate. Unsuccessful. Second strike is 0-2. Just gets a piece of the circle change to stay alive. Fouls off the fastball. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Pulls it foul. Count remains 0-2 on Cal. That's a deep drive. It is heading foul ball. Almost a game-tying home run here in the bottom of the 9th. Just misses inside. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slow roller to third baseman Termini Fields. Fires. 1 away. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Up next for Oakland.
Next up is Ernie Banks. He's 0 for 3. Lined out in the 6th inning. Checks the swing, but in there, strike 1. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. And with 1 away here in the 9th, the tying run is on first. The winning run is at the plate here. And to give this a little bit of 8 1/3, 10 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. To give this a little bit of perspective, the Oakland A's have won the last 2 games of this 4-game set in extra innings, both in walk-off fashion. after being down in the 9th inning. So will history repeat itself here in Game 4 of this 4-game set? Max Kepler's 1 for 3. Inside corner, strike 1. Grounds it past the first baseman into right field. The tying and winning runs are on base here with 1 away in the 9th. Next up, Caleb Hamilton, 2 for 3. And that will be all. For Eli Ramos. If he's going to get win number 20 on the season, he's going to have to do it through Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Doesn't look happy. Wanted to finish it himself, but... So in comes John Smoltz. 4 and 2. He has 26 saves and 33 attempts, 3.48 earned run average. He's tasked to get 2 more outs and close out this game. Caleb Hamilton steps up. He's 2 for 3. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the splitter. Count is quickly 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there are 2 away, and the Oakland Athletics are down to their final out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Remember, the tying run is at second in scoring position. The go-ahead run, the winning run, is at first, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Up steps Jackie Robinson, who's 1 for 4 today, but that one was a big one. It was an inside the park home run. Strike 1. Misses outside with the slider. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to Jackie Robinson. Swing and a miss. Count is 1 and 2, and the Oakland A's are down to their final strike. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. The tying run is at second. The winning run is at first. And it is a lazy fly ball heading towards the right left field line. Long run for O'Rourke. He cannot make the catch. And the count remains 1 and 2. Slow roller. Scoops the second. Side retired. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 3-2. So it's a split of this 4-game series at Oakland Coliseum. 2 games apiece. The Bronx Knights win their 91st of the season. They are 91 and 49. Good for at least a 12-game lead in the division. Eli Ramos wins this 20th game of the season. The first time he's ever won 20 games, so it's cause for celebration. And we will go to the scorecard. Bronx Knights, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Oakland A's, 2 runs, 11 hits, no errors. As I said before, Eli Ramos gets the win. He is 20 and 4. Aaron Bummerg is the loser. John Smoltz gets save number 27. And Chris Ramos is your player of the game. He's 2 for 5 with a homer and an RBI. And he gets his 54th home run of the season. Tying is the league high in home runs in the American League, and it ties a personal career best. So this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. This is game number 140 of 162. It's September 162 plus, because it's my intention to play every game and hopefully get into the playoffs, the World Series, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Special thanks to the Outlander Show, who's been, poking his head in every so often to say hello and give a like. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. I plan to play again tonight, maybe in a half hour or so after I get a chance to do the stats on YouTube for this one. Again, the final. Bronx Knights win 3-2. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great night.